So let's talk about this abandoning of games and what we see in the National League. What's responsible? Because I look at it, you come to a game and then you're ready to play the game. Something just let's something mild. No, I need to throw this to you guys because I don't understand. And it's not good. If you look at it, it's not good for the top flight football. Talking about the MPFL. If it's bad at this level, this is the same guys who graduate to the top level.
It's a myriad of so many factors. And it all stems down to the fact that we still do not play football the way it should be played. We tend to take things a bit too far. Refereeing, officiating is always a big issue all over the world. Even in the English Premier League, over the past 3 weeks, we've been having so many comments about was it a penalty? Was it not? For example, look at the Southampton-Liverpool game over the weekend, where Southampton felt they should have gotten at least 3 penalties. They got none. If that was in the Nigeria Premier League, trust me, there would have been bloodshed.
That game won't end.
It wouldn't end.
Take it to the Champions League, FC Porto, and the other game.
Exactly. So, and those are referees who are regarded as the best in the business. They've made mistakes because they are human. Exactly. But in Nigeria here, the issues are more multifaceted. One, it stems from the fact that when clubs are allowed to pay the indemnities of officials, there will always be that issue of whether the referees have been compromised. If the home team is paying the indemnities of the match referees, match officials, of course it is normal for anyone to think that if they are supposed to pay them 20,000 and they get 50,000, we just because we appreciate the fact that you even came for at all. Everybody expects the referee to, probably do them a favor. So until that is tackled, all these things always stems from officiating.
I know.
Ask Dumnondi, over the past 20 years in Nigerian football, anytime you hear about there is fracas at a match venue, a match is abandoned, something has happened, it always stems from officiating. And the fact that and of course there's also a tremendous amount of ignorance on the part of the spectators. You are sitting in the stands. If you ask what is rule 1 of FIFA statutes, they can't tell you. As far as they're concerned, that was a penalty. As far as they're concerned, that was a foul. As far as they're concerned, that should have been a red card and they said enough. But they don't know. So onto these issues, the fans themselves are educated, and then we have proper officiating. These two are just fire and fuel waiting to ignite.
Exactly. Let me add on to what you just said. I think he hit the nail on the head. Absolutely spot on. These fans are not properly educated on the rules of the game, and the administrators know.
So and the players.
No, they know. They know.
And they incite them.
Not incite. They want these fans to remain perpetually ignorant of the law, because they want to use them to fulfill their desire. That's what they do. They know. So what I mean, I was in a particular stadium. I won't mention the name. That was a dangerous kind of officiating. I wanted to shout. I don't think all guy was watching. So at the half time, the guy just came. Just said, Channels, you can't come watch the game. What the guy you come here today? Thank God I didn't make any noise. So somebody told me that, see that people for hit time for your head. I was shocked. So they were not aware. The fact is that there was a day I came to a particular stadium. When the get band saw me, say, this one up now, come back and come here today. We don't enter trouble. So that's the thing. That's the issue. They are not aware. So this administrator, by that, and the truth of the matter is, they don't want to sign good players. Some of them will not sign good players. They'll go and get those young boys to come and play league football. Some boys who are playing monkey pools want to play league football. and you want them to get the result. When they go away from home and they lose, what they're expecting that they will tell their fans that because they were robbed. So they're expecting similar gestures.
When they come back,
they must win. They must win. And they told their fans. So when they have sold those lies and fallacies and falsehoods to their fans, those ones will buy into it because they don't understand their ignorance too. And that's where the referee becomes the spotlight. The referees still have their issue. The referees have their issue. But the truth of the matter is that the National League, they are human, but they have their issues. It's statutory. National League will always tell this club to pay the referees indemnities. But some of these clubs do more than what is required by National League. If you are asked to pay referee 20,000 naira per match, some of these clubs will give the referee 100,000 naira. You know why? The 80,000 naira is you give us like penalty. If you don't give us the penalty, you must manufacture one of the goals. That's what the 8,000 naira does. So they do beyond what is required by the National League.
Okay, let's say all of these issues. We could keep talking about it until our local football gets better. But guys, come on with officiating. It happened at the Nations Cup.
Oh, yeah.
We saw the Mauritanian referee.
That was almost Mauritius. That was
In
almost
the
lynched.
English Premier League, we've seen the case of mistaken identity. Gibbs committed a foul. Oxlade Chamberlain committed a foul. Gibbs was shown the red card. We saw it in the FA Champions League, FC Basel and FC Porto. But what we're saying is, as Tony said, it's a 360 degrees branding kind of thing. The league, to be admirable. Look at the case with referee Charles Ozigbo. Players, now not fans.
The truth of the matter
Players
is that, the truth of the matter is
attacked
that
the
those
referee.
players have not been identified up to this moment at the National League, even in the NFF, because that particular match has gone to the NFF. Yes, it's the NFF appeal committee that decided that Kwara United should play in the Premier League. What happens to those players? There's a starting number 4 who first punched Odibo. Can that player be identified? Who are they punished Kwara United for that? That's the question.
The NFA too are also complicit in this. Because if the referee Charles Ozigbo's case is still pending, and the club that was directly involved in this is they are sauntering into the Nigerian Premier League, what does this tell every other person that you can do this kind of thing with impunity and go scot-free? You cannot tell me that the NFA cannot compel these clubs to produce these players because they play for them and they pay them. They know exactly who did what. So if the FA by allowing this kind of action to go, they are just as guilty as the players who attack the referee themselves.
Okay, let's take a quick look at what is being said on Twitter. Nwike Joseph, AGK says, FIFA shouldn't move this 2022 World Cup. Let this go around for equity purposes. Europe should adjust to the heat same way we adjust to their cold.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's just a point right there. Thank you. Keep the messages coming. It says, good evening, guys. I believe the Qatar World Cup we hold. Europeans just like to complain over everything. That's coming from Omar Kudiola. I think, guys, that's exactly what we
In
said.
USA 94, they played matches at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. in Dallas. 1 p.m. in Dallas is like playing football in a microwave oven. Players were taking water breaks. I'm surprised nobody passed out in some of those games, but they played it because of the fact that they wanted to adjust. So and the Qataris are promising, world-class, state-of-the-art, never been done before technology that will reduce the temperatures in the stadiums to 23 degrees Celsius, what is possibly obtained in Europe. So, they should understand that football is a global game, not a European game. And they should adjust accordingly. If Qatar doesn't get this World Cup and England continues to champion this campaign that it should be taken away from them, I think it's going to damage the game irreparably.
That's the Sports Tonight Chance Television. We're taking a look at all that is going down in your interesting world of sports. Remember, we're keeping our eyes on the live games going on in the UEFA Champions League. Let's go on a quick break now. When we come back, we'll touch down at the Etihad Stadium to see if Manchester City can get anything out of that game with Barcelona. Stay with us. We'll be right back. some footballing action coming from Europe, and I'm sure you love it whenever we see those goals in football. So that's it. Half-time in the UEFA Champions League. The guys in the studio were still wondering if Manchester City can get into this one. And today, you see any hope for them?
Game, set, and match. It's not impossible. I did see some cracking games over the weekend where, was it, who was leading 2-0 in the English Premier League and someone came back to draw?
Tottenham, Everton?
It was West Ham Tottenham. So it's not impossible, but with the quality that Barcelona have, the players at their disposal and the way they're playing, it's really difficult to see Manchester City getting anything out of this. But they are a quality side as well. You can't fault, but I think it's a bridge too far. I think it's just... I think Barcelona will see this one out.
But what's the problem? City, formidable side in the English Premier League. They come to Europe, they go all cold.
Well, they don't have the strong European pedigree as a club. Some of the players have played at the highest level before, but as a club, they don't have that pedigree. You cannot compare City with Atletico Madrid, or a City with
even FC Porto.
Like FC Porto, who have been there before. They keep coming to the Champions League season in, season out. Even a club like, let me just mention.
Even if you look at Bayer Leverkusen,
you can even say Dortmund,
Shakhtar Donetsk.
These are clubs that have been there on and off, but they never had good fixtures. When you have a Barcelona in the second round, you know what it means. You know that you are up against a team that will want to spoil the party for you. So the fixtures at this point in time is not in favor of Manchester City. They would have been Manchester City, AS Monaco would have been of equal match, but not a Barcelona.
Vega will say thanks. I'll pass. I have
not
Monaco.
Not the Barcelona, of course, not the Barcelona. Barcelona is not. They are not easy customers when at this level. But for City, if they can fight back, but if they lose this game at the Etihad, then the second game at Camp Nou is going to be more or less a formality.
Today, let's talk about the Gunners. They'll play Monaco tomorrow. Arsene Wenger has come out to say he likes the pressure that his team is feeling ahead of that game. Mind games?
What pressure? Well, there's no pressure. Monaco are a shadow of themselves. The former, I think, Dmitry Rybolovlev, what is his name, the Russian billionaire, is not putting as much money into this team as he used to. So the players are not of the quality that they first bought. So they are more or less struggling in the French League as it is, and they're just happy to be here. But they've done decently in the Champions League. They still have some decent players. Juan Moutinho is still there. Dimitar Berbatov is there as well. But against an Arsenal that can be explosive on the best of days and that can be really bad on the worst of days. The Arsenal are a fickle side, but in Europe they tend to do well. And against Monaco, I don't think Arsenal should have too much trouble eliminating Monaco over 2 legs. I expect to win tomorrow. Then again at the Stade Louis II in a fortnight's time, I expect them to see out that result as well.
Briefly, Dumnali, let's end the show with you. Leverkusen and Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, underrate them at your peril.
No, you don't underrate a team like that. A team who got to the final, almost won the Champions League, almost, just that last kick. If not, it would have been Atletico Madrid. We have been calling them the defending champion.
Yeah.
This is a team that this is a team that got almost depleted. They lost virtually close to, let's say 45% of their players the player that took them to the final. But they still have a set of, I don't know the kind of structure
and they replaced them.
Yeah, they keep good quality, and their style of football is a noble kind of football. When you are on the counter, you're on the counter. When you're on the defensive, you're on the defensive, and they know how to close up once they score, and they know once they are going forward, they go forward with a sense of understanding, yes, and purpose, and that's what they've been doing all so far. Against the Leverkusen, I don't know how the German team could do it. I don't know how they're able to curtail the Atletico Madrid team. They know how to. They don't know how to concede more, but if they score, they know how to close shop. And the Atletico Madrid is one of the teams that looks good for the semi-final this season. If they don't come up with a team, the traditional team like Real Madrid, on their way, because I know what these teams do. When they come up with traditional teams from their confederation, they tend to crumble.
That's it. Thanks so much, guys. Thank you, Zumnade. Thank you, Anthony, for coming on the program.
Thank you.
That's it to you wherever you're in the world watching sports tonight on Channels Television. We appreciate you for being there. That's where the final whistle goes off on this edition of the program. But remember, you can keep talking to us. There's still action going on in the UEFA Champions League halftime break. We'll go join the fun now. You can also keep talking to us on Twitter, we're Channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're Channels Life Sports. That's it. On behalf of this team and the ever dedicated sports team at Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, my name is Austin Okonakman. Just as we say in sports, it's not about the way you start, but how you finish. Give it a strong finish, and as you do so, remember to keep talking sports. Bye for now.
When I look at the replay, I was like, oh, you're kidding me. Well, those were not the exact word, but a swear word. And I said, come on, you're not again. So, and then eventually saw umpires call, and it was like a big relief, a sigh of relief. And then, listen to me, I'm going to take the bull by its horn from here on, and then that's how everything actually started. It's been a while since I haven't been among the runs. Maybe 1 year and a couple of months now, still playing with an injury. So I've been restricted in a lot of areas, preparation-wise, and then showing the cricket in my cricket, game of cricket, and eventually didn't get the chance to actually score the sort of runs which everybody expect me to. But like I say, hope this is the start of a new beginning, and try and build on this as much as possible, and then put the team in a good position, and then we look forward to against South Africa.